Hello, this is the board agenda for the upcoming board meeting on Monday, October 10th. And of note, it will be at the elementary school, so we can spend the last part of the meeting doing a facilities walkthrough. For anyone who's interested, you can attend by Zoom. Some items that the board will be going over, the same items that they typically do: the minutes, district obligations, United Clubs, and administration reports. There'll be a separate video on those reports, and it's pretty big. We'd also like to welcome Jim Hammonds. We're going to be doing introductions, as Jim Hammonds is going to be moving into the county commissioner position, and we're excited about that, and be able to talk to him about how we can partner together for the betterment of the Troy community. We have several staff who we are recommending for hire. Some of them are renewals as coaches. Carrie Grant is a junior high coach. Scott Hoffman is a junior high coach. Caitlin Glace as a district paraprofessional, and Nigel Vistica, also a district paraprofessional. Caitlin will be at the elementary school. Nigel will be at the high school. We're excited about that. And then Heather Hanna, we will be having her at the high school also. We've had to move some people around, and we have some people leaving to other positions too. And we've had some high needs students moving in. So Craig Pierce as the high school intervention coordinator, Lucy Orr as the head high school girls basketball coach, and her assistant, Jenna Hall. We're excited about them taking on this position. A lot of great experience and work that they've done in the past. Brooke Soley and Nikki Steiger. Brooke is the head volleyball coach, and Nikki Steiger is the assistant volleyball coach. Both have been doing an outstanding job, and we thank them for their work and their service. Brad Hansen, this is a renewal. Brad's been doing this for a couple of years, and we appreciate his good work in the softball as an assistant softball coach. Jeff Hawk also been doing this for several years as a assistant track coach. Again, if we have enough athletes, which we're hoping that we'll have a lot of students show up. Jalen Myers as an assistant drama advisor. We're excited about her working with Samantha Willis. Also, I encourage you to look through at our bullying and suicide prevention program. We've included the high school, what we're doing step by step. And every other month, we're focusing on suicide prevention. And on the other months, we're talking about bullying prevention. And it's very similar at the elementary school. Again, I encourage you to look at that. It's similar in the topics, but how we're going about it obviously is much different and making it much more age appropriate. We did have a great turnout with our talk about My Ascension, the video My Ascension, and our panel discussion. We'd like to thank Kelly Palmer and the other counselors and therapists that were part of that, and thank them for putting this together. We had a lot of positive comments and responses to that. We have a few policies. The first one is the Health Enhancement Policy 2235. This is a required policy that is recommended to us by the School Board Association, and has recently come into law about anytime we talk about human sexuality, that we have to make parents aware of that and give them an opportunity to have their children opt out. And then we also, in discussions that we had in the last board meeting about travel allowances. And again, this is just for staff members, but it really comes down to changing the amount that we have for breakfast, raising it from $8 to $10, lunch $8 to $10, dinner from $15 to $20. And then we took out lodging just because we pay for lodging. We've never just done the $100 a day. I've never seen that happen. We've just paid the hotel rate, the entire amount. And that is found in these other policies too, just all the same. This is the procedure. And then this is the form, the reimbursement form. So those are all the same kind of thread going through there. With that, we are recommending in the coach's handbook. This is where it talks about how much we pay for students when they travel. So it's going to match what we provide for staff members, going from $8 to $10 for breakfast and lunch. And then for dinner, it goes from $15 to $20. Another addition is, instead of the district just paying for divisional or state contests, anytime we have overnight activities, we'll also pay for meals. Again, this is just the recommendation that we're coming forth from our administration and our staff. And then we also talk about safety and ensuring that students are safe and that the district is securing clean, safe, and secure hotels. And then also that coaches and advisor, they have to be carrying the contact information. And our contact information is listed at the beginning of each handbook. It's also everyone's contact information is passed out in a spreadsheet to all staff members, and they have ready access to that also. Another item in a handbook is we're recommending a change in the behavior rubric. Anytime someone has alcohol or marijuana, it used to be falling under this illegal substances where police are informed and there's a school board hearing. After we had discussions with board members and administration, we want to change it up a little bit for alcohol and marijuana. Police will be informed. A student is suspended for 10 days and they're removed for the rest of that semester or year to an alternative environment, depending on the situation. And then the second strike is police are informed and then they have a school board hearing. And then the other small change is for other illegal substances. We are also recommending the board adopt a resolution. And this is a pretty common resolution. We do it every year where we transfer money from our bus depreciation fund to our safety fund, and we're recommending $30,000. So this helps us fund a lot of different safety and security upgrades, not just facility wise, but it also helps fund our therapist, our school resource officer. And sometimes the board has done this in the fall and also in the spring. We also are recommending to the board to dispose of this flatbed truck. The engine has had some major issues with it. We've taken it to a mechanic, and to change out the engine would cost close to $30,000. So we're actively looking for a different vehicle, but anytime we are disposing of items that's owned by the district, the board has to approve that. And then the next thing is we want the board to consider adopting a track layout. We are recommending as administration to adopt this plan A, where the jump pits are down in the northern end zone, and the javelin and everything else is over here in this corner where the garden is. We take out the green bleachers, and it would give us a good opportunity just to be able to decide on what direction we want to go. Again, this does not mean that we're moving forward in this direction right now. We don't have the finances all put together for it, but at least we could present this to the community and say, this is what it's going to look like in the future. In addition to that, we also are recommending that we build a storage facility building over by the softball field. So I think the big thing with that was just making sure that we're choosing the right option. They're removing the green bleachers. The board has talked about it, I think, 2 other times. And so this will be a good opportunity to finalize that if that's the direction that the board wants to go with this track design. And then also we're going to be doing a work session and community forum. We'll try to do this nearly every month, but we want to do a walk through the facilities. We have a presentation about adult education, and then want to talk about the School Board Association, their strategic planning services. And the board heard a little bit about that at the training that everyone attended earlier in September. So this is the agenda. If you do have any questions, or if you have any comments, or any other things that we could help you out with, please let us know. And thanks, and we'll see you at the board meeting.